To get around this, we need to use the actual label referring to the scope that we're trying to use. This is a small price to pay for the safety we get by using the tag marker to limit our scope. We will have the same problem here. So anywhere where we reference the property of contact, we will have to provide the label for the scope that we want, which is contact. Okay, now that we fixed the errors, let's go back here and add our second contact. Okay, we now have both of our contacts rendering exactly how they should be. However, there are a few features of our Rolodex are missing. For one, the Rolodex title. That's easy enough to fix. We can take it from our page and put it right into our invoke method. The next one will be a little trickier. We have the index card tab, if you take the Rolodex metaphor all the way, that we're not generating at all. The intent of this is that each section of contacts that begin with the same letter should be grouped under one section with the first letter as the name of that section. This simulates on a real-life Rolodex the little tab on the card that sticks out to make it easier to go to a spot. So for this Rolodex, I don't really want to have to worry about the order that I enter in these contacts inside of my Rolodex DSL. It might be that I do care about the order, but in this case, I am probably just going to be wanting to add each new contact to the end and not have to manually sort it. So in order to sort all of the contacts by the first letter of the last name, instead of just iterating over the contacts, I will group them. And the way I want to group them is going to be a little hacky for now. Let's take their name, split it on a space, take the first letter out, and that's my grouping. Now obviously in production, you're going to want to actually maybe destructure the name, have a first name field, a last name field, something like that. Now for each of these groups, we're going to want to first print out our header letter. So in this case, it looks like this. The letter is just it.key. Then the value will be the list of actual contacts. So we will iterate over that and apply each contact the way we did before. Oops, it looks like we're using the whole name instead of just the first letter. And it's the first name. I think I made a mistake here on this parsing. I should be getting the last token from the split, and then the first letter of that string. That looks better, but they're still in the wrong order. I think what we'll have to do is after we group it, we'll have to sort the groups. To sort the groups, we'll first have to convert this from a map to a list. That's going to give us a list of pairs. We can sort the list of pairs by their first element, which is the character. Because we now have pairs instead of entries, I have to change key to first and value to second. Now let's try this. Perfect. So we've now replicated our whole Rolodex, but drastically reduced the amount of boilerplate code we need for each additional contact. I'm not going to leave without showing you the fun part. Selecting all of this old code and deleting it. The difference is pretty drastic. So this shows you how you can simplify your code by using DSLs to put complexity into an encapsulated object and that exposes a Fluent Builder API in an idiomatic Kotlin way. This code will be available on my GitHub page, which is linked to from the article. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is also included in the article. But you can also just contact me at Waking Rufus on Twitter or Mastodon.technology or on CodeTown. I hope this inspired you to use Kotlin DSLs, write some of your own, extend some of the existing ones, and also look into the static web and how we can use Kotlin to drive the static web movement forward. I hope you piqued your interest. Thank you for listening. Have a good Thursday.